Let us now look at the concept map of Nigeria forming unity against the colonizers. Now, let us learn about the colonialism and nationalism in the country Nigeria in the west coast of the Africa continent. The modern Nigeria, the present country Nigeria, was actually a result of the combination of the three regions inhabited by different tribal groups around the Niger River system by the British. The north part of Nigeria was dominated by Hausa Fulani people who were mostly Muslims. The Nigeria's southeast part was dominated by Igbo tribes and the southwest part was dominated by Yoruba tribes. A majority of people from the southern part were Christians. The modern Nigeria is a result of the conflicts between the three regions in the process of making a common democratic system. British colonialism in Nigeria, one of the most populous countries of Africa, which has been suffering from the colonial rule, is the region around River Niger. The European had a control over the Nigeria's natural resources, especially petroleum. From the 16th century, this region was the major source for the slaves. The tribal peasants were kidnapped and sold to the European slave traders. In Western Africa, around 1861, the British established its rule on the coastal areas and developed Lagos as a major center of administration, trade, and education. Lagos also became one of the important centers of resistance to colonialism and the emergence of Pan-Africanism and Nigerian nationalism. By the 19th century, the trade of slaves was abolished and a new interest in the trade of agricultural produce got increased, especially cocoa and palm oil. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the Africans who were well educated were excluded from the civil services. The African entrepreneurs were also discriminated. At the same time, the colonial authorities were interested in supporting tribal chiefs and rich class for greater control over the people. With the help of the colonial policy, modern education and administrative modernization prevailed in the south of Nigeria, whereas the north part was allowed exist with pre-modern traditions. As a result, regional differences aroused. In addition to this, in the year 1939, the British separated the Yoruba and Igbo regions into western and eastern Nigeria, giving rise to the increase in the competition and conflict between the three major tribal groups. The prime intention of the British was to divide and rule the country. But a group of well-educated intellectuals from the western part joined and fought against the British rule for a united Nigerian nation. In the year 1923, the first Nigerian political party, called the Nigerian National Democratic Party, NNDP, was founded by a leader, Herbert Macaulay. In the elections of 1923, 1928 and 1933, the NNDP won all the seats. In 1930s, Herbert Macaulay even supported militant attacks on the British government. Later on, in the year 1936, a movement called Nigerian Youth Movement, NYM, was founded by the leader Nnamdi Azikiwe. The prime motto of NYM was to grow as a strong, powerful and political movement. It supported all the Nigerians irrespective of their cultural background. In the year 1944, leaders Herbert Macaulay and Nnamdi Azikiwe together formed National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroon's NCNC. Soon, the leader Azikiwe, who supported Pan-Africanism and a Pan-Nigerian-based nationalist movement, emerged as a dominant Nigerian nationalist leader. Post-World War II, when the Nigerian economy was facing difficult times, the Nigerian nationalism grew in power and popularity. The major role in this Nigerian movement was played by the Nigerian soldiers who returned after fighting with the British in the World War, and the trade union leaders. In the year 1945, a general strike was organized by the radical nationalist trade unions.